Damn, bro, your body hurts?
Yes, it freaking hurts, man.
Yeah.
I use so much of it.
Doing karate?
No, it's called Jiu Jitsu. And literally my shoulder hurts. Oh, I got 2 cramps.
You got 2 cramps like in your butt
when I
or
was
something?
sparring. No, when I was sparring.
Was it in your leg?
In
Like a
my
leg
foot,
cramp?
bro. So I'm literally on top of this
Ooh,
chick.
I never thought about that.
And I have her in a chokehold. And I was like, ah, and just fell.
Like that.
I just fell down. I was like, I'm so sorry. I literally got a cramp.
Oh my god. Oh, did you have to like stop it? Like you had to tell him like, yo, I'm so sorry. I tap.
I'm like, bro. And then what was embarrassing wasn't the fact, like they were so understanding, but then she sat beside me and the instructor was like, start doing some stretches.
Bro. Oh my god. They're trying to be like professional.
They were like, just do stretches with your feet. And they're older than me. You know, not to say not for nothing. Like they're very fit.
Yo,
but I'm like, dang, like I'm really behind, bro. They're over here like, did you make sure you have enough electrolytes? Like
Bananas,
everyone was chiming in. Everyone
I
had something to say.
Yeah.
One chick that was on the wall was like, make sure you drink lots of electrolytes. The instructor's like, did you drink plenty of liquid?
Yeah.
And then the other girl is
bro.
like, stretch your feet. And then they were like, massage your legs.
Bro, if I was there, can you imagine? You're like, Norman. I'm like, oh my god, bitch.
I'm embarrassed.
That's pretty funny.
They're like, it's okay. You'll get
happens
used
to
everybody.
everybody. Is it?
You know?
But it's probably a first timer thing.
They said that it's when you don't do enough exercise.
Can you imagine if I was there?
They were like,
can you imagine if I
when
was
was
there?
the last time? And I was like, well, I did 2 seasons of soccer. And they were like, how long ago was that?
Oh my god.
And I was like, it's been a few months. Like,
yeah.
I have gone to the gym. I have gone to the gym though.
2 months. Bitch, if I was there, like literally, I think I would have just been like, can you imagine all this stuff that would happen to me? That
soccer was
I'd be like,
weekly,
oh, is this
bro.
normal? Like my leg really hurts. My fucking arms hurt. Like, yeah, it's just how it is. Oh damn, I don't have my coaster. Whatever.
Yeah.
I forgot it.
Sorry. Yeah, the moral is I need to have more potassium than I'm already taking potassium because I know I'm low in it.
Yeah, bro. Dude, you gotta like, bro, man, I need to take like vitamins and shit too.
I have potassium. Potassium because I'm low.
You got that low P? You know how they say like low T?
Yeah.
But low P.
Low P.
Low P.
I got it low.
P. You got it. Oh yeah, you got that P real low.
So low.
Damn, man. But it's actually bad.
Yeah.
All right, well, welcome to Mary and Norm's podcast. You didn't even say it. Say it again. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
We're gonna start over. Welcome to Yo, do it again. All right, here we go. Let me have a drink real quick.
Okay, yeah, that's why I need water.
All right, damn, a little strong.
Welcome to Mary and Norm's podcast,
episode 3. Yeah, we're still doing it, guys. Hey,
still here.
We're still here. We're still here. I don't know if this is gonna be uploaded by Friday. I'm gonna try to edit tonight, but if not, it'll be uploaded Saturday. No problem. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So yeah, here we are.
So
third episode.
Today we are gonna bring you basically the whole point of this podcast, what it's become, because we didn't really know what we were gonna talk about.
Yeah,
but we just want to share our lives with you, and we're starting from the beginning. We're starting from childhood because the roots, where we came from, what really created us
beneath the roots,
what's kept us grounded, and really like instilled the character and who we are today. Americans.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh hell no. We're getting political.
Anyways, so so we're just painting a picture, and so we're gonna start with the childhood. We talked a lot about what we did indoors, and we're gonna talk about what we did outdoors, and we're gonna paint a little picture for y'all. So there's a lot of things that we did that looking back every time without fail, it's why did we do that? Why? Just why?
Just the most random stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I think that it's just that we're so creative, which we still are today.
Still.
What just sucks though is like obviously like working jobs and stuff kind of like
we're
limits that.
Too.
Yeah, we're adults. We got to pay bills and shit.
No, there's things that we can't do because then people will be like.
Yeah, then they would look at us weird. That's what's hard, bro, because we can't go outside and do like walk crap. Like, I don't know, like sometimes like I'd be looking outside and I'm literally just like, damn, like what if we could just go outside like we used to? Especially on a day like today, it was kind of like nice and chilly outside.
Yeah.
Bro, 52 this morning or something like that. Literally like 52 or 53, I think it was.
52, bro.
Bro, it was
I was
nuts.
freezing.
But anyways, going outside and like having that feeling of like looking outside like we do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, what if we just went outside and just messed around, bro, like we used to?
Well, the neighbors, the kids, they invited me to play basketball.
Oh, they did. But yeah, but that's like, I don't know.
I
guess
really
it might
young,
be fun,
so
but yeah, they're
weird.
super young, so it would be weird. They're like 6 or 5. No, I don't know. They're really.
I think 7 and
based
8
on their height, I would guess
that.
they're like 5 or 6. Like they're in kindergarten.
They're really young, so it's kind of
really
weird.
sweet,
I know the mom though.
Really sweet, and she's really nice too.
Yeah. So not as weird.
Anyways, our roots.
Yeah.
Playing outside. And yeah.
And now being adults, we can't really do that.
Yeah.
You know what I've been really wanting to do?
What?
And because if I had my freaking...
Wait. What you've been wanting to do? Give me a hint.
Here. The lake.
Here? You want to... Oh, here at the lake? Oh my God, the boat. Dang, bro. No, dude, controlling...
If I had that...
Yeah, because...
What the heck did I do with that?
No, the same kids, we gave it to them.
No. My...
Your freaking raft. Oh, I would say I want to put a picture up, but I don't know if you would want to put it up.
No.
I have a video for that
That's a 100%.
I have a video.
Absolutely not.
But that one's like in the old times.
We can put your video.
Yo, it's funny as
not
hell,
my video.
It's pretty funny. No,
it's
I'm not gonna
no
put mine.
for me.
Okay, forget that one. But just imagine Mary literally in this little like orange raft that was like $12 from Aldi's.
But it's actually $50 on Amazon.
Bro, what? Yo, honestly, when you got it for $12 at Aldi's, that was crazy. Because literally for a little raft,
I took that thing for a ride.
You really did, bro. I'm surprised you didn't go to Blanchard go in the freaking river.
I went
but then,
inside
like, a gator
Jay's community pool. And I freaking drove that thing. I rode it all around.
What was funny is that because we're like older and we're not little children, and Mary was like a little bit like bigger, right? Like it was before your surgery, which I don't know if that's so cool to say. I can cut it out, but anyways, yeah, like literally, it's just funny like thinking of us being like adults and like full grown fucking adults, and we're literally like, well, I did it and Mary did it. I'll talk forever. I just ramble on. Like in different freaking tangents. ADHD. Anyways, Mary's in this freaking raft, literally just rowing away, but like in the weirdest way, because it's small. It's your legs are hanging out of it. The point is, it was really funny though, and it was fun and it was hilarious because
we did it in the pool.
Yeah, in an above ground pool that. The story of getting the pool was literally okay. So like I was making money from where was it? I was making good money, but that was when we were at Mom's. So it was a long time ago. Dang, wait, let me think about this. It was when I was
Best Buy. No,
was it? Oh my God, I think it's legitimately that like I got like the tax refund. I think is what it was because I'm like I know I came into some money. Oh man, what was it? Abuela's.
Oh my gosh,
I think it might have been. Okay, the point was me and Mary. Oh, this is messed up. So me and Mary, I came into some money and Mary did too. But I remember that, I think you already had money. But the point is that we were like, yo, we want to pool so bad. I was like, dang, man, I wish Mom and Dad, like when we were kids, they would have put an in-ground pool up in there. Damn, like that would have been so nice and refreshing. But we have so many trees, so many leaves, pain in the butt. And we're like, what do we do? Like, man, we can't do the trash cans again like we used to.
Oh, yeah. So
that was
as
the thing.
Kids,
as kids, we can tell it real quick, but as kids, we would get trash cans and we'd fill them up.
We'll go deep into that. But first, the above ground pool.
Because we're going to go all over the place, bro.
That's going to be
it's part of the podcast. So, Yeah, we literally were like, what do we do? Like, what are our options, right? Like, we can get like a kiddie pool and it'll be funny because that was your idea. I'm like, it's cheap, it's quick,
and
it's funny. And it's nostalgic, but we're massive.
But we had already done that so many times.
Yeah, so like...
Because this is the thing, we got first, I got the one that was clear and had, because I always wanted the one that had the fishies on the top.
The inflatable,
no, it wasn't
right?
the inflatable, it was the flat-sided one.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That
it's like the heavy-duty plastic.
And I got the canopy.
One.
So the canopy.
When did you... I wasn't there for that. I remember the pool, though. I remember you had like that thick pool.
Norman, you were there.
I literally... the canopy, though. Damn, you gotta show me.
Oh, you know what?
If you had a photo...
You might have not been there.
I don't think... No, but I remember you having that pool. You must have sent me a photo or something. Because I remember you having the lining.
Because I got the canopy and I got the screen. And put it around it.
What the hell?
Oh, so you weren't there?
No, not for that part.
Linda definitely was, because we had some movie nights in there.
Dang. Wait a second. See, that sounds familiar. Okay, the point is, back to the story. So, like, we were thinking, what are our options? What do we do? And so I'm like, okay, let's look at above ground pools, because those are a lot larger. Okay, first of all, too, we didn't know anything about like what you need to maintain these freaking things. Dude,
and we didn't know about how much. Not our thing.
We didn't know about how much water we needed to fill that bitch with. We didn't know like having chlorine tablets and having to change the filters. Like constantly, and having it run 24/7 so that it doesn't, so that the pool doesn't turn green.
And you know who learned everything?
Mary did. But we decided to get the money that we had for one way or another, and we were like, let's just split it. But the pool that we found, because I was like, dude, I don't want. I remember I was the one. I was like, yeah, I don't want some kiddie pool that I'm gonna stand in. That it's not even gonna reach up to like my like stomach. It's gonna be like at my waist. Like I want one that's like freaking big. And bro, it was a 5 foot tall, which doesn't seem. It's funny because like even when we were setting it up, I'm like, damn, it's not that big. Like it's not that big. That's what she said. And it's not. It's not whatever. Point is, I'm 6 foot, so oh god,
we wanted a big pool. We wanted a big pool.
We wanted a big pool. I'm sorry, guys.
That's the point. We're at Academy.
We're
at Academy. We compared other places. Other places had just those basic pools that you always see, and I was like, I want something nice,
something real good.
So we went to Academy. And there was one that had like, what captured me was the visual representation
with the family.
It had the stone, like the stone looking on the sides.
Yeah. I was like, one of the ones where it's like wallpaper, bro.
That's nice. That's what we should have.
Yeah.
And so,
isn't it funny? I said the family. I'm like,
yeah, the families. But it was, we knew it was
yeah. You know.
So we look at we find it and we're like, this is the one. That's it.
$550. So
it ended up being like it was $550
with tax.
You know, that wasn't that tax. Bad. But that thing was massive.
I was worried it wouldn't be big enough, but I was like, this is like the biggest one we could find. We got a U-Haul and hired. We got a U-Haul truck. So because we didn't have a car, we have two little cars.
We made sure to get toys too because we weren't about to buy a pool.
That was
and
Mary. I remember.
No toys.
No toys, just water.
Are you serious?
Water.
So we got the little fountain thing that shoots out water. It was cool. Lights, and then it has lights at the bottom.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my
it was
gosh,
like freaking Las Vegas. What is it, like the Strip?
And we got a little football with the
rubber ducky.
We got the what is it, Velcro? So
oh my god, with the catching the ball. We did get those. As kids we used to have that. Oh my god.
Yeah, so we got like pool toys, and then we got floating devices. With the cup holder.
Oh my god, bro! Like we got actual floating. Mary's the one that thought of all that part
because that's the best.
Which I didn't think about. So I was like, bro,
best part.
That's what's gonna make it entertaining. Like
so then you got the truck and I waited for you and paid for it. And then they were like, we'll help you load in the truck. That thing was heavy.
It's like, bro, I wish I knew how much weight that was, but. Dude, I don't know. It was heavy enough where it has to be like I could not carry it by myself. It was also massive.
The fact that they helped you, and then afterwards I was like, "How are we gonna get
even me and Mary were worried
into
about
the backyard?"
Me and Mary couldn't lift it ourselves. Like we couldn't, and I'm not like that strong, but I wouldn't say I'm that weak. And even Mary is not that weak. And like,
now
now you are. But No, but like back then, bro, like dude, we could both like lift shit. Like, and we get the U-Haul, we bring it to the house, we get this damn pole. And I remember it was just, this was all within like the span of a day. Like this was like we had the idea in the morning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then man, this is like really think about impulsiveness. We talked about it for a long time.
If you think about it, we've been wanting that for years.
Yeah, we've been wanting it for years.
And we did talk about it for a while.
No, but the fact that we were just like, let's do it.
That'd be so cool.
So we get the U-Haul, we bring it to the house, we dump it, because the U-Haul, like I tried backing up as much as I could towards the fence of like our parents' house, because there's like, I mean, there's a good size like yard, and then you have to get to the side of the fence. And like lifting it out of that truck, we could barely do it. We had to slide it. We were both pushing it to slide it till it just dropped on the floor.
And our poor dad trying, we were like
trying to help. He didn't help because I was like, he's gonna kill himself doing it.
So bad.
And literally, we drop it to the floor to where it leans on the floor, and we just start flipping. Like that was how we did it. I remember we just started flipping and trying to lift it up because it was so heavy that we couldn't even slide it on the ground because there was too much friction, like with all the tree roots and shit and like the grass or whatever. But yeah, it was mostly dirt.
But anyways, we opened it up, put it together and everything, filled it up, took 2 days to fill up or something.
It was, oh my God.
Yeah, it was like 2 days, bro.
Yeah, because that was the one thing where I said the water, we didn't realize how much water it had to use and the water bill that we had to pay dad. Because we were like, because we knew we would pay it. But this was an investment that I'm like, yo, $550? Nothing, bro. For a big pool, and we got the toys too extra.
Yeah, because we were thinking, are we gonna
that's it. Just $550. This
pass?
Is easy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But we were comparing a pass
we should have got Aquatica pass.
Aquatica or something. And we were like, dude, we could have a pool and have access to it 24/7,
bitch. Like we could have nighttime. We were talking about nighttime. We got tiki torches, so that way we were already imagining, and we bought it. Like we
hate mosquitoes.
Yo, we hate mosquitoes. I was like, we got the citronella oil. We're gonna be out there and this bitch literally fucking chilling, having the time of our lives at night with these. We're gonna look like we're in the freaking Bachelor or something like that. Like it's gonna look high quality. Like it did not. It like filled up the pool. It took forever, like you said, right? Yeah. Hours and hours filling that thing up. And I had
my raft that I had bought a while before that. And I was like, one day I'm going to use this. Like I was only $12 at Aldi's. And I was like, I'm going to buy this. And one day I'm going to use it. And the day came because we got that pole. And then I was like, I've got my raft, and it came with oars, and so
it's like these little freaking oars.
The picture that you imagine is me in the pool, or just rowing with the oars, and then you would row. I think Dad tried it too, right?
He did try it because he liked the pool.
Yeah, he loved the pool, and he doesn't know how to swim, so because it was
he doesn't. I forget
honestly,
that too.
Awful.
That's crazy.
But he doesn't know.
I think he told me it's because he can't tread his legs because it hurts too much. So it's like, that makes sense. Tons of surgery.
But yeah, wild. So that was our little.
Ooh, you remember the other bad part about the pool? Like, because there were so many parts that we discovered. Well, you
trees
discovered
above it.
No, trees above it. All those
pollen.
Leaves. Oh my God.
That you never.
We have a
cleaned.
ton of Spanish moss trees behind my parents' house. And that I never cleaned. Yeah. Dad mostly cleaned it. But
Norman was like, oh my God, I'm so happy that we're going to get blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then when it came to the maintenance, he was like, I'll just pay my half for all the stuff, but I'm going to do nothing.
Yeah, I regret that purchase,
I'm
honestly.
allergic, Mary.
We both regret.
I'm allergic.
Hey,
I can't touch anything.
I
was like, you're
real.
not. You're using the thing.
It's real. The allergies are real.
They're real, really real. But you could have done it.
But yeah, I could have done it from the outside. But then I can't do all of it. I think we should have got the Roomba. No, then it would have just gotten to a level, because you can buy them. Like they have the underwater ones where it goes around the pool. It cleans the pool out. But that would have been really crazy because, we would have just upgraded that thing. It would have been too much. It was already too much. The other problem, that I was going to say.
The underneath it wasn't level.
No, not the, oh God. Yeah, the underneath was not level. It was not flat. We did not flatten it right.
We did not think of that.
We didn't think of that at all because it can break, it can puncture the material. And there was roots. There's hard tree roots that we would step on and get cut. And literally all that water, how much water was in that? And it was a $500 water bill. Oh my God.
No, it wasn't $500.
Wasn't it?
It was $130.
The total bill.
It was $130.
I could have sworn it was $500.
It was $130.
The bill for the water. Wait, for real?
$130 wasn't.
Okay, well then I don't know what I'm talking about. Point is, it was a lot of water, which we realized too when we had to drain it. Oh my God. Anyways, oh geez, I'm all over the place here. Well, we both are, but you know how it is.
Point is, if there's a sinkhole, we know why.
Yeah. But there was no water heater. I didn't realize how freezing this water was. And Mary was willing. And that's when I started hating it so much, because the first moment we were so excited. I remember it has this little stairs and I was going in so excited until I touched that water. And I was like, and that's when it went through my head that I was like, oh no. Like, we didn't think about this at all.
We didn't think at all.
And the pool heater was expensive, and it's like a stick. It's like a cheap one that you would put in. It also takes
hours.
Takes like a day or two. You have to do it like before so that it heats up all the water.
Yeah.
It was not a good idea, that pool. It was a hell of a time, though. It was a good story,
It was a great time.
Great story.
But as kids, that was something that we really wanted for a long time. Mm-hmm. And as kids, we improvised so much. Like, I remember I really wanted a pool. So in my mind, I wanted a natural pool, like a lake in the backyard, something, good like for the environment. Pond. Yeah, that I can swim in. So we had shovels and I just started digging.
Oh, that's when we thought
I just started digging.
That it was
and I was like, this is going to be
to do it yourself.
Easy. This is going to be so easy. I just have to keep digging every day. And then eventually I'm going to have a pool. The problem was I kept hitting a root of a tree.
Oh, yeah.
Like a hard trama.
Bro, all those trees.
And then I would be like, gotta finish with this hole, new hole. So you and I, both of us, we were trying to find like a good hole.
We had the shovel and that little scooper
and the
thing.
One that's
it's the one where you go like this and you go like this, and it's like a big cylinder.
And you scoop it out,
take out the dirt.
all the stuff.
Yeah.
And so we kept digging holes, kept hitting something, it was just, and then it would get so hard. And we would give up because we were like, this is freaking difficult. And we were like, okay, just new hole. The yard looked
It was literally like the movie from Holes.
It was literally like the movie from Holes.
There's holes everywhere.
Yeah, and we didn't think after we were done with the hole to cover it up.
Yeah, we were like,
we were like.
And the thing is, we were taking out the grass.
We were taking out
when we were doing this, because we actually had
nice
grass, and we didn't. Man, it's funny thinking about that now, thinking how upset, how upset we would be if somebody did that to our yard.
She had flowers around the trees. You remember
why?
No,
we didn't take that out, though.
No, but you remember why they're not there anymore, or why they weren't there anymore.
Everything just died back there. But now it's crazy. Mom and Dad have like
hitting them with a ball and killing all the flowers.
Which flowers, bro?
There were flowers around the tree.
Thing?
Yeah, that tree before.
Oh, you're talking about the tree that's like lopsided that we always try to run up or like climb up.
No, there's like
there's two trees.
There's the two in between trees where the maca used to be, the hammock, and then there's the thin tree. One with the palm. There's a thin tree. It's the bigger tree, in front of Mom and Dad's room. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that corner, Mom's room.
No, you're thinking the corner. I'm
thinking the corner
not
that has
even in the
palms.
backyard.
And then there's the rose bush or whatever in the other side corner that's not there anymore. And then there's Mom and Dad's room. But there was a tree there.
Rose bush?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, bro. It's the one we used to run up and climb up. The one that's like skinny and it's like leaning.
Thick one, bro. The skinny, not the skinny one. The one beside.
It's thicker, way thicker now.
No, not the skinny one.
Damn, I really remember.
Here's the skinny one. Here's Mom and Dad's room. This tree. Here's the fence. Do you not remember that tree at all?
Nope.
We buried a dead bird under it. That we found on the side.
I remember the dead bird.
We found it when it was alive, though.
And you put it in a little box with like a little note.
Yeah, a little soap box.
Like R.I.P.
But that was a bird that we found.
It was a soap box, wasn't it? Because we used to buy that one like that. Yo, we used to buy that one for real. Dude, I don't buy that anymore.
Yeah.
But I always think about it. Anyways.
But
yeah, what tree? Oh, the tree they cut down from the base. That the base is still there.
No, bro, that's the other side of the yard.
That's how I'm. No, okay.
Let me draw it out for you.
Bro, there's even. Where's your phone? Look up the video that we did, the singing video, the music video, and it's in that video. Or I don't know if it'll take too long, but
that'll take too long.
But it's in that video. That's the tree I think that I'm talking about. That you're talking about.
Mom and Dad's room.
Yeah. Damn, we're really having to sorry guys.
Here's the fence, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Mom and Dad's.
Here's the tree.
Yep. There's that skinny
Here's
tree.
Here's the thin tree. This is the skinny tree,
well, this
bro.
is the really skinny one. This is like
that is not a skinny tree. That's a thick tree.
To me, that's why. And it's like lopsided a little bit.
And I could not climb that for the life of me.
I just remember us trying to like run up and climb.
You would climb up this tree.
No. Well, I would do that one too, but I would always. This one was like my goal. I wanted to put nails in it to put like steps.
That's not possible.
Well, you can nail it in like steps. You can like
steps.
like a tree.
That tree is like straight up.
Well, that's the tree I was thinking of. I guess it's just not lopsided like I thought.
And it's not
the
thin.
raccoons had like they made like a little house up there one time. Yeah.
Yes, but it's not thin at all. So that tree. That's
it depends on who you're asking.
Well, that's the tree I'm talking about. So now we got that out of the way.
Yeah, so the tree.
But okay, so we had nice grass. We're digging all these holes.
Those old photos.
And then the one hole that we really messed up with was the one where we hit a freaking cable. Like I think it was 3 cables. I remember it being orange, blue.
Yeah, I remember the orange.
Green.
I remember seeing orange and we were like, oh shit.
But in my mind, I was like,
can you believe we were like not? I mean, I don't know the chances, but the fact that we didn't get electrocuted
and we cut it. And then,
but I remember us being like, this is not like a tree root.
I knew it wasn't, but I still didn't care. And I was like, I can just keep going. Because we did so many holes. Well, and I was so tired.
If I remember correctly, I just remember that mom came out immediately once we cut it, because what do they always do?
Yeah.
They're watching TV. So basically, we cut the cable line.
No cable.
Oh yeah, no internet and no cable.
Internet wasn't the internet. Turns out the backyard, our backyard specifically, they run the cable
because Spectrum is run out like
the entire
for the
neighborhood.
No, so that if any of them are cut, like it disconnects the whole.
The main
thing,
source
apparently.
is literally in our backyard, and so we like shut it down for everyone in the neighborhood. And then Spectrum came out and was like, who did this? What happened? I was surprised they didn't charge mom and dad. They were really
but what
pissed.
would they charge them if it was just kids? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it could be animals digging up.
Yeah.
But it was definitely us.
It was
because it was deep. We had to like dig pretty deep down, bro.
It was bad, but I remember we getting in so much trouble and mom being like, you guys really messed up, and why are there so many holes in the yard?
Hey, well, mom did it purposely one time. He did it purposely, man. But anyway,
she did. I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
I actually don't remember that.
Oh my
God.
God.
One instance where I really don't remember.
I don't know if it's a story to tell. Well, basically, like, long story short, like, she just got upset how it was, whatever, like, yada yada yada, and she gets mad and cuts the cable, thinking that it was just us, even though it already happened before, where we did it when we were kids.
Oh my god!
And this was when we were older, and that she literally went back to the box, like, literally, and cut it. Just, and in her mind, I remember
the weed thingy.
No, it was just fucking, dude. It was tijeras, bro. Like, just
la tijera.
But it wasn't. No, those are shears. No, it was straight up. I remember. I don't think that the wire was that thick, because I remember her just having tijeras because she didn't have like shears, and that she literally just went back there, and because she was mad, she was like, "You guys aren't having internet," and cut the cable. Like, and just cut it.
Dang,
and in her mind, she just thought like it would be easy to reconnect. She didn't think this would be a whole problem until the same thing happened, where it caused everybody, like, on her street, like on the houses on our side, to not have internet because it was disconnected. Because then I think neighbors were like, the neighbors that we knew, whatever, I think also were like, oh, we don't have internet. Like, and we're like, oh, funny. Like, damn, like, me neither, you know.
Dang.
But, and then Spectrum had to come out again, and then she had to explain, like, whatever. And she was like, I'm sorry, I don't know. But it was wild. Wow. But it was pretty funny.
But yeah,
man.
So we really wanted a pool.
We're crazy.
We really wanted a pool, and we grew up really poor. So like, this is why we had to make our own reality.
Not too bad. Comparatively.
I mean, we were fine. To us, like, we were living. Fine. Yeah, the thing is that when you grow up, like, as a kid, you don't realize how bad it is, because you're just having fun with everything. You know what I mean? Like, looking back, it was really bad.
No, yeah, looking back, adult, where it's like, dang. Like,
but as a kid, like,
I try to live like that now.
Fun.
To go back to our roots, because I'm like, what if I could survive off of so little money? Like, can I do it? And then I'm like, damn, I really can't. It's so hard, like, to do it when you have money.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, oh my God, like you really have to like, it was nothing but beans.
But we made the best of it because
rice, for real, even though it's stereotypical.
Yeah, we would eat food from churches all the time.
Constantly, yeah.
And I remember getting
the desserts, bro.
The chips, and they were expired, and we were still like,
expired,
whatever.
Bro. Oh my God. No, we would eat all of them, and our stomachs would hurt. And we'd be on the old couch, that shitty like blue couch, bro. You remember? That was like sagging.
The wood freaking snapped.
Yeah, my dad. Yeah, the frame snapped multiple times, so it was like a sinkhole. But then my dad kept like, I can fix it. We don't need to buy another one because we can't buy one. So he like he opened it up, which was cool. He got a wood plank,
but that thing was
replaced
stiff.
them, and it was stiff as hell. Man, that couch. I remember it was like
oh my gosh. But
it was crazy, but it worked. And he would be like, hey, be careful every time. Don't break it. He would get so mad because he's like, we can't afford another wood pallet to fix it.
Yo, but we like, so as kids, we would play outside, and we did not come from money at all. And so we would play with the hose. We had like the sprinkler thingy, like that.
Oh my God, that was for the yard. My dad was like, he didn't even like running it because he was like, it's too much water.
Yeah.
Don't play with it because it was a waste of water. Like,
but all of us, we would put on our bathing suits or even in our clothes.
Oh my, dude, the neighbors came, our friends, right? Didn't they?
And we were just playing it, and we had the funnest time. And I remember,
so much fun.
Do you remember peeing
we
on
didn't
it?
even need a toy. No, I don't remember peeing on it. No.
Me either.
What do you mean, dude? No, I don't remember peeing on it. Like what? Like
I was just.
What the hell? What does that even do? Jeez, man.
Maybe it's only my memory.
Oh God, man. Hey, if anything, the water was just spraying at you. So like, I don't know what it would do. What? It was just all the pee. You're like, imagine you as a kid, like a skit. Let's say like we cut to like a skit right now, and it's literally like slow motion, like you're peeing and all the pee flying back at you.
I don't know why I thought that was cool, but
I used to think peeing on you guys was cool.
Freaking jerk. You swore you were doing something for like the community.
You know, in my mind, I really believed
like,
that it was necessary.
Fire on you.
I swear to God, in my mind, I was so into the role play. Like I was an actor as a child, you know, and like I was so deep into my like method acting that I remember I was like, this is for real. Like I have to save your life. Or else you're gonna lose your leg.
I remember literally hitting the tile wall. I just
remember you and Linda. Okay, so this is really weird. I don't know if this will seem weird to you guys because it seems weird looking back at it. But as kids, okay, like our family was not like, what would you say? It was not a stereotypical like normal family. I guess you could say.
We're very open.
We were very open and like all over the place. And like looking back, this stuff didn't seem weird. Or no, like it didn't seem weird at the time, and it seems very weird now.
Would I carry that on with my children?
Oh God,
absolutely not.
Like we would take showers together, and it was like to save water. I think it must have been. I think it was because for us it seemed like it was fun, but it was to save water.
Because you know, if we passed our time banging on the door.
Yeah, mom and dad would get pissed. But like I remember we were taking a shower together, and we would think it was fun too. I remember it was like we wouldn't be naked because I remember we would be wearing like our underwear. That way we're wearing like naked or swimsuits, which I would do. And I remember I had my little like that I have on, you know, or whatever. And I was like, okay, like
I whipped it out
because I was like, yo, like I don't know, this is like the ADHD, I guess, because in my mind I don't know what made me even like want to do
you wanted to be a firefighter. I would never do this now.
I wanted to be a firefighter, and I just remember I thought, man, this will be really funny, they're gonna laugh. And then I whip it out, and this Linda and Mary, and Thomas wasn't there, I don't think.
Yeah, he was
he wasn't there at that time, and we were just like showering, whatever, and I'm like, yo, your leg's on fire. And I start peeing all over them. And I remember Linda specifically being like how she even does it to the day when she's like, Norman, like that voice.
Poor Linda.
Like, Norman, what the heck? And then you guys were backing up, like freaking out because you're in the shower. Because if you get out, you're gonna have piss on your legs. But if you stay, then at least the water will.
That's the thing. We had this thing about peeing.
We had peeing in multiple places. In really weird, like pee was like one of those things, right?
I remember in the front.
What was it? You know, we were wondering what is it?
I remember it was like it had rained. Or no, it didn't even rain. We were playing with a manguera. And we soaked the whole side. We played with the hose, and it was the whole side was wet. So it was like a little lake. And I had my skateboard, which was a... Oh my gosh, what was that show?
We got it for free, right? We got it from somebody.
It was a specific show. Oh my gosh, I thought of it the other day, and I was like, yo.
Oh, I gotta write it down.
Rocket Power.
Rocket Power. Wow.
The skateboard was a Rocket Power skateboard.
Dang, bro. And that was like the whole show.
And we loved that show. And it was a Rocket Power skateboard that I had. And I put it in the water. And I remember just standing there and fully peeing.
Just had this skateboard in the water yard. And then just
peed standing.
Yo, oh my god, dude.
I don't know why I thought that was so weird, but same goes for you, but you made a show of it. You chased Linda's friend around the block.
Yeah. When it was with the peeing stuff with you was always low key.
In front of right by our mailbox.
Or high key for me.
Pulled his pants down and fully just peed.
Wait, what happened?
You chased Delilah
Linda's
around
friend.
The neighborhood, and then ended up being
did I mess anything up?
No, you didn't. Ended up being right by the mailbox, and in that little pine tree that we had.
The pine tree?
The little tree. Yeah.
Oh my god!
You
that
whipped
was like
it
a baby
out and
palm.
just peed into it.
I feel like I would do that now. Like it makes sense when you say it.
It does make sense.
It makes sense.
But yeah, there was like multiple people outside and they were just screaming.
Oh man.
And I'm on the driveway like.
You're like doing a good job. Like you're sipping iced tea. You're like
I'm just like
with like a little. I just imagine you like a little belly, like a little kid with a little belly. And you're like. We're like freaking.
I was like, for me, it was just normal.
Yo, I'm surprised we didn't live
everyone was freaking out,
bro. Even though it's fine, like I know it's fine to like live in a trailer park. Like I feel like I'm surprised we didn't live in one.
Oh,
I feel like we would have had a hell of a time, bro. Because those people, they are like I feel like it's more free.
Yeah,
and especially with all kids and stuff, we'd be like, dude, can you imagine stuff we would get into?
Dang.
Man, we would have had a lot of fun. But
we would get trash bags and fill it up with water and just sit in there.
Yeah. Like
each of us would be in a trash bag. Yeah. And we'd be in our bathing suits like...
If you guys ever... Oh, maybe I can I can put a picture up of the one... these little like things that were like organizers. The big storage bins.
It was literally a storage bin.
And we were so small that like...
We would just chill there with our legs out.
Sitting. It would fit perfectly of us sitting and our legs being out were long. Our legs were perfectly like inside of the storage bin. Man, we were little back then, huh?
Yeah, and we would fill that thing up and we'd just be chilling looking at the trees like...
literally sitting in it like as if it's like an ice bath. That's what it was
pruny.
Like.
So pruny. And then we would come out.
Yeah.
Like that was our childhood.
That was our little pool, man.
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude.
It was such a good time though. And then
when we got bigger, we used trash cans. That's when we did, but then we could only stand.
Oh yeah, we used a trash can and that was a lot.
It was a lot more water. And then it would be leaking because there was always like holes in the bottom of the trash can.
And then mom and dad would get pissed at us because they would be like, the water bill would end up really high all of a sudden.
No, because it's funny how like we didn't think about that. Like now we can notice if there's like a leak, right? But like back then it must have been obvious.
Extremely.
Because they didn't use a lot of water.
Yeah. But we did that, and then later on, because we got bigger, my dad was the one that showed us to take like a rope and put it above the tree.
Oh yes.
Like on the big thick branch.
And he had that big rope, man. And that nice thick rope.
Where
did he even get that,
like
bro?
I don't even know.
He always got like stuff for free from like friends, neighbor friends or something.
But we would make like a loop and we would put our foot in it and we would swing like far up and just come back and forth.
It was so much fun, man.
And then once we did that, our foot would hurt and we were like, oh man, we have to make it better. Mm-hmm. So we just started attaching.
We're innovators.
We started attaching the most random things to this. Yeah. We attached a bicycle fully to this rope, and
and it was
went on the bicycle. It was the dumbest idea because the bike went side to side.
It's not evenly distributed. Like
and it was
weight.
Oh my gosh, it was so scary. So we after a few tries, we took that off, and we were like, okay, let's try the plastic chairs, like the plastic lawn chair that we had.
Yeah,
from
we
the
tied
front.
it to the arms of the chairs.
We tied it to the arms of the chair. We sat in the chair. Not a good idea either, because that chair broke.
It's those cheap chairs. Yo, and those were like expensive, you know?
Yeah, for
like
us.
back then. See, this is one of those things where like we think about it now and I'm like, damn, if it was us, I'd be pissed. Because I'd be like, yo, this, you know, like even some of the nice like plastic chairs, like, bro, they're like $50, like $40. Jeez.
It was nuts. But we would attach things to it. We did the chair. We did the bicycle. What else did we do?
I remember that vividly. The bicycle and the chair.
Eventually we upgraded and we got we tried the tire swing thing. That was pretty successful. We actually wanted a tire
swing. Yeah, but it was just uncomfortable for me.
It was because
I don't know how people even like because the tire swing is just a tire, and you know you're supposed to like sit in the tire, but that thing is like
really
uncomfortable. It's like two like things on your butt.
And I remember seeing a spider inside of it, and I was like,
yeah, and that's when it was over. That's when it was over. Yo. What's it called for a tire swing? What we should have done is how people have it, where it's like it's held up by like 4 ropes to 1 rope, and then you sit on it, like the one in freaking Fort whatever, what was it? Fort White when we went there.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
That would have been pretty nice.
But we weren't that advanced.
Yeah, but we were creative and innovative with what we had. I will say, I feel like we were the most creative back then.
Extremely creative. And then we got another rope. Once we figured that one out, we wanted one for the front yard, and almost went through the bathroom window multiple times.
Oh yeah, that's where it was too close. The tree branch. We had a lot of trees, so
because we put it so high up. That because the window was pretty high. It was like up here.
No,
and
the window's like at my head height.
Yeah, you know? But like it was pretty high compared to where the rope. But we put the rope higher, and so when we would swing,
it would literally we
could go right through that window.
Yeah, we'd have to stick our legs out because I remember you'd have to like or put your arm out and like push
against
to like not like slam into the wall.
Yeah, so that was wild.
Yeah.
And eventually we got the wood and we made like a little, but it was such a small piece of wood.
Dad even drilled.
It hurt,
yeah,
bro.
It was sad, but Dad helped. It was all these ideas that were fun. Yeah, and Dad drilled like holes onto the sides. Yeah. Like, this can work as a seat because we were always trying to figure out how to make it better.
Yep.
But yeah, it didn't work. Yeah, that thing was flat as heck, and it was just uncomfortable. And he even tried putting multiple planks, so it was like more sturdy. Because I think before it was too unsturdy, so we were worried it was like gonna break. But then it was too flat, and it's like should have. I don't know.
Thomas really used that thing though.
No, he loved it though. Yeah, no, it was cool as heck, man. That was the best swing compared to anyone you could buy. I think it was like because it's so high, and if we pushed each other, man, you could go like way further out.
And then we got a trampoline. Ooh, and that was wild. Because we had the trampoline had like the side walls or whatever.
Oh, it had the actual net.
We had so much anger pent up inside of us that we would just beat each other up. You remember? I remember
just wrestling.
Fully just like not being able to breathe.
Like that. What?
But because we were being so active, like just pushing each other on the floor.
Yeah, because it was like we were messing with each other to like, because then we would bounce back, and it was like,
I was exhausted.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna be like, was I beating on you? Like, I don't remember.
No, we were just wrestling each other.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was just like
even on the beds, on the mattresses in the house.
Yeah, so we would get out of breath and we were sweating like crazy, and then
damn, that was a good exercise, bro.
Yeah, and then eventually this trampoline got so old. Took the walls down because we were like, we don't need the nets.
Yeah, because we were pros at this point. That's where I learned how to do front flip for the first time. And I remember like that's when like I mean we still didn't have like technology like really like until we were like 17, 18. School. But yeah, like I didn't have any like YouTube, no Google or whatever. I remember I was so confused, like how do people do this? And then that's when I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna go for it. Like I'm just gonna, I mean, because it's just flipping, you just do it till you get it. But it was so scary because I would be scared that if I don't do it enough, I'll land on my neck. Yeah. But yeah, so I just kept trying to flip and like flip a lot, and then try to be careful with how I landed, because that was always my thing I was scared of. But finally, like I was able to do it, and I remember I was freaking out. I don't know if you were there. Because I remember somebody was there. Somebody was watching. It must have been you. I think I was
there.
I don't know who else
it had to be me because I remember
you're the only one that would be back there.
I remember you would learn something and then I would learn it immediately after.
Yeah. Did you ever learn how to flip?
Yeah, I would front flip all the time.
Like, because we both.
We would literally front flip all the time together.
We should try to. I bet I could do it now. Even though
I could not backflip for the life of me, but I would front flip all the time and land it.
I'm still too scared to try to backflip on the trampoline.
My brain just does not
work that way. But it's easy to do a front flip.
But yeah, we would do front flips and stuff all the time, and like side flips and stuff like that.
Yeah, trying to do like cartwheels on that.
Yeah.
But damn, man, I wish we'd learn more like acrobatics, like when we were kids. Yeah. If we had done gymnastics.
I did for a little bit, but it wasn't real.
Oh my god,
it literally wasn't real.
Yeah, it seemed weird, right? It was sketchy.
So sketch.
That's pretty sad.
It was a scam. It was an absolute scam.
Because I remember I went.
They had me dancing to SpongeBob.
Bruh, it was basically just like
I was like, I want to do tumbling. I want to flip because I was told that to be a ballerina, I have to start gymnastics and then I can do ballet. So I was like, okay, let me do gymnastics. Yeah. And then they have me dancing to SpongeBob every time. 3 classes after that. Nope. I don't want to go back. So Linda had to finish those classes.
Wow. I just remember going one time and that there was a second floor that we went to wait, like as a waiting room to watch. And it was cool.
That was the funnest.
Because it was a big glass window. It was a big glass window. We were on the beanbags. You remember?
That's why I quit too, because I saw that there were beanbag chairs in there. And I was like,
wow, that memory's so like far away. It's crazy.
Do this class. I don't. But yeah, so we had the trampoline. Eventually we got to the point where we didn't want the net because the net seemed like
it was
bumpers.
Limiting us.
It was limiting us.
To jump
it
off
made us
onto
look
the floor.
like we weren't professionals.
Mm-hmm. Like
and at this point, we knew how to jump on the trampoline.
Another disclaimer that a lot of trampolines are supposed to have like mats that cover the springs, and ours didn't. It never did.
Yeah.
So that was the thing.
That was the thing. The net would cover it before, but then when we took off the net,
well, no, because
it kind of did.
Was it?
It kind of did.
Oh, it drooped on top of it.
Yeah, it drooped on top of it.
That's true.
But then after that,
saved us, but
there was no
protection whatsoever.
Yeah, nothing covering.
Just open springs.
So man, we're jumping away.
How did we do that?
Like, how were we okay with it? We're jumping away. Per usual, this thing is getting old and
how did mom and dad let us do that?
And one day, just you and me jumping, and
we're trying to make each other. We're doing the double bounces because that's what we always did. We were trying to make each other go real high.
Share your perspective.
I just remember jumping a lot, like doing the double jump, doing the double bounce. So like we kept trying to make each other go higher, and I was trying to make you go higher, and I was like, yeah, man. And we kept doing it, and we kept doing it, and we kept hearing, because we would hear like you know when if you have a trampoline, you know the sound when something sounds weird, and it sounds like the springs are stretching, because you can hear like you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
That metal like and it sounds like something's like stretching, like it's about to pop. And so, but we're like,
we're just like,
I remember hearing it and then being like, oh, but whatever, because it happened all the time, and then it usually wouldn't break. It would just stretch. So yeah, we would ignore it until finally I double bounce you, and I remember you going up and then going pah, like, and just, it didn't really like make a noise, but other than like, and it flew right by, like I was looking at you. We're jumping like this, pretending you're jumping. We're like, and then you see it go like right past her eye. Like I never forget seeing that thing flip like right past your eye. And then we like immediately stopped. Like we like stopped ourselves from jumping, and we were like, and then we just got off. I just remember us being like, and we didn't say anything.
We got off.
We were just quiet, but then we were like, holy crap. Oh,
behind it.
We were like, where'd the spring go? Because I saw it fly that way. And then it was easy to find. And it was literally a petal like stuck in the ground, literally like sideways like this.
Was deep in the ground.
I couldn't believe it, because it's like a circle, and it went into the freaking ground. And I remember we were like, oh my God, like you have to really like pull to take it out.
Yeah.
Like, and
that could have been my freaking head.
I thought it was for me, that's when I think we were like, we got to stop. Like we cannot jump on this anymore, because
this is dangerous.
Almost hit your eye. Like I remember those. Oh my God.
Do you think we stopped though?
No.
After hearing all this, do you think that we're the kind of people that would stop?
Yeah. No, you know what?
Absolutely not.
When we stopped, wasn't it when we stopped, there was that there's so many of because every time that a spring would break and that would happen, we would move the spring to try to evenly distribute the weight like of the trampoline. But then think about how the more springs that fall off, the worse it is.
The thing is,
and we were getting older, we were getting bigger, like taller, bigger, more weight.
we got used to hearing the
yep, and like one of them flying, and we never thought about it.
It didn't hit us.
Dude,
we're
mom
still
and dad,
good.
nothing. Like they knew about it. Yeah, we don't. Let's just move it real quick.
We'll just switch. Oh, lost another one.
No, but I remember it got real.
It got so bad to where a fourth of the circle of the trampoline
and you couldn't jump on that side.
You couldn't because you would just slip right through.
It would bend, like it was too open.
You
it was
could
too loose.
literally fall into under.
Yeah. Oh god.
Under the frame of the trampoline and just be out.
Yo, you know, I just had a memory. I know I'm like interjecting.
But I mean, this led to this though.
I'm just saying, you remember our neighbor that had the trampoline before?
Oh, we would look at them.
No. One time I was with him and even like Ezekiel and like Joel, like back there, or no, who was it? It was old Joel. Friends with Ezekiel though. At that time, it was in the beginning, and I'll just say like, I mean, it's whatever, like he knows. But Ryan, I remember he had the trampoline, and one time he fell through because he was like really little at the time.
Yeah.
And we were jumping, and when you said about falling through, it made me think one time he was freaking out because he was jumping up, and we're all going like, wow, because his trampoline was huge, so we had a ton of people on it.
Oh yeah, you guys would.
And literally, he flew, and then boom, right in between the springs. Like, but he was little, so he was just stuck in it, and then he started like freaking out. I think he was having anxiety attack.
I would've,
because he was like, I can't get out, and it was really like stuck because he went through, it was like stretching on him, so we had to like hold him like open so that he could get out. It wasn't that big of a deal in the end.
That's freaking terrifying.
But I bet for him it was probably like,
if that were to happen to me, I would be terrified. So yeah.
Anyways, you just made me think of that.
But we did that until it got to the point where a fourth of the trampoline was just fully just an open space. And we didn't have enough springs, and then we were like,
but we stopped. Like I think we stopped because there was too many springs that fell out to where I'm like, okay, now we can't even jump on.
We stopped. We took out all the springs, and then we were like, this has little holes in the like little.
It's what
like
do you call it? Pyramid.
Little.
Like
my gosh,
stainless steel.
Why can't I think about it?
It's like pyramid.
But it has little holes where we can go through.
Yeah, it was like pyramids. Metal pyramids.
We could put something through it.
Yeah,
you know, and it's pretty sturdy because it was holding a spring against the metal frame. It was stretched out so much, and then we thought, why not put a rope through it?
Yeah, the same rope that we would use for swings all the time. Because every time we got tired of a swing idea and we would do like the chair, then we'd get bored of the chair or it didn't work. So then we did the tire, it didn't work, or it works, we don't like it, then we change it to something else.
So
we put the scooter. That was the other thing. I just remembered.
Oh, the razor scooter.
I just remembered the other thing was the razor scooter that we attached to the freaking rope. But that didn't work at all. It didn't make sense. It hurt
because when I remember coming off of it and then it spinned around and it hit me in the ankle. And I was like,
but didn't we have like, oh, I hate it when that happened. But didn't we have like, because I think it was the razor scooter that I had. There was a metal one that had like a brake pad. So that we put the rope through the brake pad and then attached on the handlebar.
Yeah.
Because it was a really long rope.
But
so we
that
could
thing
like
still hurt when we came off it because it would start spinning. But
sorry, I just wanted to.
No, you're totally good. You're totally good. So we attached that to the tree and just like loop the rope inside of it or whatever, and allowed an opening so that we can go in. And I was like, let me try it first. So I climb up it, and it's pretty high up. It was like this, where I was inside was like here. And
it was cool.
You could climb up because there was a piece sticking out. There was a piece sticking out. I needed
it was Dad's little step ladder.
Yeah, to get inside of it. And I was like up here, like this high, I would say, was where I was sitting. And the thing is like attached to the tree. And I'm like, okay, Norman, swing me. Or whatever, swing me. I want to put this thing in action. Like, this is going to be good. And then you'll be able to try it next. 2 swings in, I'm like, wow. And then I hear like a, and I'm like, Norman, I'm like hearing something.
No, we kept hearing like.
No, it was like a.
Like it was. Yeah. I remember hearing popping. But
it sounded like fabric tearing.
It sounded like if you have like tight pants and you spread your legs and you hear that.
Exactly.
And it's not broken, but you heard it and you're like,
yeah. And so
like some of the threads.
I'm like, Norman, I think something's happening. I don't know what's happening. And then he's like, no, Mary, you're good. Right when you said that,
because I remember in my mind I was like,
more
this
swing,
thing's about to break.
And then boom, that thing just drops, and I drop with it.
It was so funny.
And I'm laughing so
you were laughing
hard.
When you were in pain, you're like, oh.
It hurt so bad because I was
you.
that high, and then I just dropped onto the floor. And I was laughing so hard. And then I remember us just like putting it up again. Then leaving it. And then because we were like, we'll try again another time. We need to get more loops. Like we have to put more rope and loops. Maybe that's the defect. It would have been stronger. It tore off the
ring part.
Yeah. So then we were like, we'll fix it later, whatever. Left it there. We went inside, we ate, we were just like ready to go to bed and whatnot. And it was still kind of like, it's probably like 6 o'clock, like sunny, but about to be nighttime. Yeah, dusk. And my mom opens the blinds in the kitchen, like in the dining room, whatever.
Yeah, the little like the patio,
she opens
the sliding doors.
Because we had closed it because we were like, they're not gonna know if we just
because we would never blinds, we started doing stuff like that and not telling.
They're not
Dad
gonna
was a part of it in the beginning.
What's going on in the back?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we didn't have to.
They didn't really care. They don't go back there.
But for some reason, she decided to open the blinds, and when she opened that, she thought there was a phantom in the back
because it's like a big black tarp. That is just like floating in the air because she's like,
Junior,
it didn't make any sense.
She's like, oh my gosh. And then she like,
it's like
looked
a Dementor.
More. Yeah, because it looked like
it looks like a cloak. It almost looks like a cloak, like a dark cloak.
And because it was
kind
of nighttime, like it
and
I
it
can
had torn,
see that.
So
and so she starts freaking out, calling my dad, what the heck is that? La la la. And me and Norma are like we didn't know what she was talking about, and I was interested. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a phantom like in the backyard, like what is up?
What are you talking about?
And then we put 2 and 2 together, and we were like, we need to run for it because we're about to get spanked like so hard when she finds out it's us. And then we had to confess.
I don't remember it being that bad. She was mad, and you know how it is.
She was mad.
She was like yelling, and she's like, "Why are you guys doing that wild stuff? Take it. Dad's gonna take it down." But you know what's funny is like as much mad as Mom would be like about it, because she would always be real mad about it. She was the only one, and Dad would actually like be like funny about it. Like he would laugh. And like, but he not in front of her. But he would be like actually like cool, where he'd be like cool about it and be like, hey, like we can make it better. He would actually be like the type of person, man, I miss that. Like being able to, I don't know, but you know what I mean. Yeah. But like, because it was funny how he was always like the one to be like, oh, like, how can we make it better actually and safer, like and cooler, like and to help us like on our like our project or whatever. Yeah. But then Mom would be like, take that shit.
Our
down.
Dad is to share a story about our dad. How he's like a kid.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh my God, you're talking about this story.
Let's close this with the shopping cart story.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, we got time for that. I'll make it short enough because I ramble on too much, and I'm sorry if I do, which I know I do. But okay, so basically like me and my dad are shopping, and it's always been a thing where our dad, like ever since we were little kids, he just loves, even with his messed up damn knees, bro, like in his arm, it doesn't make any sense. And every time we're in the freaking Walmart, he would just love to go and he would just like kind of push off and sprint off like pretty fast. And you ride the cart and you're like standing with your legs up on that bottom part of the cart and you lean forward so that it doesn't flip over or nothing. So like he would love to do that, and we would always be doing that. And we would do it as kids. We would want to get a shopping cart with him just so we could do that like behind him.
And I remember getting a shopping cart and looking up and seeing a stranger multiple times.
Yeah. But so we're like, we got a ton of compras, like a ton of groceries and we got everything, and we were going outside, and as we go through like the exit of the Walmart sliding doors, my dad would do this constantly. He does the little thing of riding the car like down, because it was a little downhill. It's a little downhill, just a little, and then it's enough to get going, bro. Like you'll be going down.
And this was a few years ago. This wasn't.
No, not that recent. It was when I was like in high school, like maybe freshman year, sophomore year. So
okay, so it was a while.
Dang, ago. a while back, a little while back. Not crazy. Anyways, yeah. So basically, he gets out of the sliding doors, and he's like, all right. And I know, like, and I remember telling him, because I think he had gotten his surgery like a little while back. He was healed, but I remember I was like, Dad, you're gonna mess yourself up again. And I said that like right before he did this, and he jumps on it, he's going, yeah. And somehow, I don't know how it happened, but the cart literally like got stuck. And by the way, there was tons of cars like waiting, because there was a lot of people crossing. Like there was a line of cars, because it was always busy at Walmart. Mm-hmm. And it gets stuck, and he flips over to the side. Like the car literally falls sideways, in all, like, first of all, he busts his ass. Like he just scrapes on the floor, and he's just on the side like that. And then the cart, just all the compras from the cart, which I remember we had so many compras, and they just spill everywhere. Gallon of milk breaks, and the milk is leaking. Meanwhile, I'm there laughing my ass off, like so hard. I will never forget. I was just immediately I started laughing, and I was like, "Oh my God, you idiot!"
It's a told you so moment that you've been waiting for.
And my dad always he would laugh too. I know we were laughing about it on the car ride home, but I remember I was like, "I told you, Papi! Like I told you! Oh my God, you idiot!" And I was just laughing because the whole scene just looks so dumb, considering what happened. And then what was even funnier,
and he has braces on, mind you,
braces, and like like the fact that it was his fault. And then all these cars that are stopped, there's people walking, everyone starts running towards my dad, and they're all like, oh, people are coming out of their cars, and they're like, sir, are you okay? Is everything okay, sir? Like, oh man, like it was a whole thing, bro. And then like, man, it was, and then they're just laughing. I felt bad because this one lady, I'll never forget, she like looked back at me like, what are your son? I'm like, you don't understand. Like how funny this is. But we help them up. Everybody helps them. They put all this stuff back in the car and everything. They were nice. And then everybody goes. And then my dad, man, he had like the face of embarrassment so hard. Because you know that he's like, I'm okay. Don't worry. I'm okay. And then oh my God. And then as we're
video or have been there.
The security footage. Oh my God, that would have been so funny to have. I wish I could play that for you guys. But yeah, that's basically what happened. And we walked back to the car. On the car ride home, I'm just messing with him, bro. And he was laughing about it. We were smiling. He was like, hey man. It was just one of those things. It was funny. My dad's a good sport, and he knew it was funny too. Like we were dying about it, but yeah, the shit was hilarious.
Yeah, my dad, he's just another kid, just like us. Mm-hmm. So we get it from him for sure.
I like it though.
Yeah.
That's what makes us wild.
It's what makes us wild.
I say wild a lot lately, bro. I said that in the other podcast too. Anyways, I'll keep going about that. I don't know. Now I'm on another tangent.
Yep.
Well,
thank you guys for tuning in and for joining us for this episode and this wild ride. We appreciate your time.
If you made it this far, thank you.
Thank you for being a part of this, because honestly, we're sharing this and we know we're not going to remember.
Yeah, we're not going to remember what we said. So
we're letting it all out now so that when we have kids in the future, you know,
we talked about that. Like, this is going to be a great little way.
I'll be like,
they
guys,
ask you what,
watch the podcast. That way you can know, you know, what me and your uncle did growing up, a little bit of our childhood and stuff. So
it'll make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And either way, this is just funny. Hopefully people like it. Funny. I hope you guys like it, whoever's watching. And even if no one's watching, this is still funny. It's literally just us talking, basically, how we normally would talk anyways.
Yeah.
So it works out.
Thank you guys for tuning in again. Share.
Yeah.
If you know anyone that's similar to us,
hit the notification bell,
subscribe,
comment, engage with us. Let us know what you like.
If you have any questions, we're open books.
Yeah, feel free, bro. We can do a Q&A at some point if there's enough questions.
Ask questions.
Even if there's
we have
one,
enough, we'll do a Q&A.
Even if we have one, we'll just put it in there. We'll mention it.
Yeah, we'll mention it.
Just let us know.
All right. Tune in out.
Tune in next time. See you guys later.
Peace.